Georgia Southern Athletics here with Coach Jeff Monken. The Eagles come out on the short side against Georgia today, but not before they put up a whole bunch of fight and made a little bit of nervousness resonate throughout Sanford Stadium. Coach, tell us a little bit about what the objectives were coming in today.
Our objective was to try to win a football game, and that's our objective every time we play. We knew we were going to have to play a great game. That's a great football team. They're well coached. Coach Rick and his staff just proven year in, year out what a great job they do. As new guys come through here, they've just continued to be successful, and they're extremely talented. And we knew we were going to have to play a great game. And I thought our guys really slugged it out with them there in the first quarter and through the first half. We were disappointed we didn't get any points there at the end of the first half. We had a chance to take the lead there if we keep the drive going up 14-10. And unfortunately, we got a penalty and backed us up. We missed the field goal, and 1 minute later they scored to go 17-7 on us. And even with that said, it was a 10-point game. We were in the game, and we were going to get the ball in the second half. We just didn't do anything with it. We had a couple 3-and-outs, and they capitalized and scored and went up on us and started to stretch their lead.
Coach, one of the things you talk about is that to you, statistics for the most part don't really matter. What were some of the things, though, that you saw field level that you know your team needs to work on before the playoffs begin?
We had some really good individual plays. I thought there were some guys that made some good blocks and good runs and good tackles and played off the blocks. And we had some that we made mistakes and we didn't play as well as we're capable of. And those are the things we got to learn from. And this is one of the things in each game, win or lose, you hope happens is you hope you improve as a football team. And, there's things you can take away from the game that help you win the next one. And hopefully there'll be enough things on film that we see, both good and bad, that will help us. There'll be opportunities to learn and prepare for what's going to be an extremely important game in the playoffs.
One of the things you mentioned just a little bit, are those mistakes magnified a little bit when you're playing a top 5 SEC team?
Oh, everything's magnified when you play a team like that. Every error they're able to capitalize on. We've got to create breaks for our team against a team like that. We've got to get some interceptions. We've got to get some fumbles. We've got to get some big plays, a sack, a tackle for a loss, something that gives us a break. We didn't do enough of that. We didn't hit enough big plays on offense that created a break for us. A second and short run that turns into a 40 or 50 yard gain. Those are big plays that help set up scores and really a lot of times get the defense wondering if they can stop you. And when you got to slug it out, bit by bit by bit, it's tough. And like I said, they got a great team, and just didn't do enough to win today.
One of the things that you spoke to the team about a little bit in the locker room is when you talked about capitalizing on those opportunities, making those opportunities, you've also focused on getting the ball, getting those turnovers. Are those some of the things that you can work on this week in practice, expecting to be in the playoffs next week?
We try to work on those every week. Obviously on offense, hanging onto the ball and taking care of it. On defense, trying to get it out and create turnovers, not just waiting for them to happen, but to get the ball away from them. And we'll continue to work on that. It's an important part of the game. It's a huge factor in wins and losses, in my opinion.
You mentioned to the team this is the end of the regular season. Nothing that's happened for today really matters. Even after today, it doesn't matter until the selection show tomorrow. With Citadel taking the win, Georgia Southern gets the automatic qualifying berth into the NCAAs. What are you going to tell your team to prepare for this week?
We're going to figure out who we're going to play. And we may have to play a first-round game. And if so, we're going to have to go to work immediately on that opponent that we play. I'd love for us to get a bye in the first round. I don't know if that'll happen, but that'd be great for us. We're really banged up. We need some healing time, and then we'll either have a declared opponent for the second round game, or we may have to play the winner of a first-round game, which then will force us to have two game plans, one for one team and one for the other, and that's offense, defense, and special teams. So there'll be a lot of work for us to do, and biggest thing is try to get our team ready and prepare for the opening round playoff game, and it's do or die at this point. It's a big football game.
One of the things that you've talked about before is just how important the extra practice time is, especially when you've got some youth at some certain positions. Is that something you're also looking forward to, is to having that extra time on the field?
I think that having that time is certainly valuable for us, and we know we're at least going to get one extra week, and hopefully we'll like I said, have a first round bye, and we'll have 2 weeks to prepare, and if we can win and advance, that just gives us that much more opportunity to improve the football team and get these young guys some work.
One of the things in bringing back the triple option to Georgia Southern and now headed to the playoffs for the third straight year, on the overall goals, is that something that you as a head coach wanted to make sure that Georgia Southern did, was return to that prominence?
I think it's the job of every coach at his school to try to do the best that they can to represent the university, and we've got a lot to be proud of at Georgia Southern. It's a great university, and we're fortunate to have a football program that's as rich in history and tradition as anybody in the country, and it's an obligation of mine to do the best I can to make sure that this program it represents our great university with class and with a level of excellence, and that our football team honors the great teams that have come before us, the program that was built by Eric Russell and the things that he did, and we're going to fight as hard as we can every week, every game to do that, to be the best football program in the nation.
Coach, we know your standards and expectations are high, and we know that the coaching staff will get to work as soon as the opponent is determined tomorrow afternoon.
I know our kids will get ready too. They're excited, and our veterans have been in the playoffs for the last 2 years and gone to the semifinals. They know what it takes, and that doesn't mean we're guaranteed to win the first round. We're guaranteed a chance right now, and that's all we hope for. And I know our guys will get ready, and they're excited. I am too. I'm excited to get the playoffs going and make a run.
Well, Coach, you know that Eagle fans are welcome to join us at Bishop Fieldhouse on Sunday at 1:30. We'll see everybody there.
Looking forward to it.